From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. Looking good. Oh, yeah. I feel great. Let's get started. It's time for... Come on! So, I hope you had a good weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. I want to shout out to everybody in San Francisco and Oakland and all surrounding areas. Thank you for coming out. Thank you. The Wendy and Friends, for the record, comedy tour kicked off in Oakland, California on Saturday night, and it was fabulous. Fabulous. And only because, you know how, like, when you're doing a party or you have a birthday and you're just secretly scared no one will show up? Like when they open the curtains, there'll be like 5 people. There were over 2,000 people. The joint was jumping. My 4 comedian friends that I brought along with me, they did the proper thing. They were raw and dirty and dressed the part. You know, and then I was telling stories in between, because I'm not a joke writer, I'm a storyteller. But, you know, I got down with the nitty gritty, and I was scared. You know, sometimes you get scared you're gonna be judged because you're just used to me doing hot topics. You think I'm gonna get up here and talk about, you know, Ariana Grande or something like that. No, no. We talk in depth. And people were laughing and throwing up, and, you know, then... And they were out at the bar at intermission, and the DJ, Jerry Ross, he was on point, and we played the dirty versions of everything, including the most filthy song of all time, Uchi Wally by Nas, I tell you. Like all that, you know. Look. And I'm changing my costumes and telling stories and then introducing my different comedians and stuff. It was just, thank you so much for showing up and showing out and not judging the content. Yes. And people were there of all ages and colors and stuff. I would say like from 25 to 85. There was an old lady gang there, right? And they came up to me afterwards, and they all had on tiaras, and they all are friends for years, like life, and they all were celebrating their birthdays at the same time, and they said this is what they wanted to do. But no, I know, but look, when you talk salty and greasy in front of women who I think one was 83, and then she was like, and this is my friend, she's 88, and this is my friend who's 85. I said, are you judging? She said, no, bitch. You know, look, I say all that to say, so far so good on the tour. I am exhausted with laughter and pride. Tampa, see you Friday. Detroit, you know I'll be there on Saturday. Yeah, it's fun. A lot of fun. So congratulations to my friend Cynthia Bailey. Cynthia, by the way, I have a pair of, when I came to your house, you know, a few months ago, you gave me a pair of sunglasses from your collection, and I wear them, and people always say, oh my gosh, and I'm like, Cynthia Bailey's. Anyway, yeah, no, she's entrepreneurial, and she's also 51, and she's recently engaged. Congratulations. So, her fiance is a sports journalist. His name is Mike Hill. and he's 46, and they got engaged on Friday. Well, it happened at the opening of Cynthia's new business, her wine center in Atlanta. So apparently her daughter was there and his kids were there, and all the daughters are like the same age, and it was just like a real celebration. You know, when you get to a certain age, you know you like what you like. They've only been dating for 14 months. Now, if she was 21 or 31, I'd be like, 14 months is not long enough for that. But after you get past a certain age, you like what you like. You know? And this will be her second time around, so, you know, maybe she'll make paperwork proper, if you know what I'm saying. And then they'll go off into the sunset. There's no more babies being had and all that crap. This guy, Mike, he wasn't a sports player, but he was like a sports director at TV before, so he knows his sports. He's a solid guy. Cynthia, congratulations. Yeah. And over the weekend, you know, we all learned that A$AP Rocky is facing 2 years in prison. This is ridiculous. So, I still can't believe he's 30. Would you look at that baby face? Cute. Anyway, he's been in jail for 3.5 weeks after a fight that he got into. Remember, these two Swedish gentlemen were following he and his crew around all day long, trying to, I guess, goat them to do exactly what Rocky fell into. And this is not Rocky's fault, although I just wish he would have held his head, give them a selfie or whatever, or go back in the hotel and mind your own business. See, this is where it all culminated. It looks like Rocky's the bad guy, but these guys were following them around all day long, looking for their moment, and they got it. Thank you, TMZ, for the video. Hi, Raquel. Hi, Harvey. Hey, Van. So the trial is now set for tomorrow, meaning tomorrow, and then there's another one on Thursday and Friday. So, you know, it's odd how the Swedes get their justice system cracking right away. Here in America, you get in trouble and, you know, the trial's not gonna be until next year or whatever, but no. He could go to jail for 2 or 3 years, 2 years.
Up to 2 years.
For reacting to people who were bothering him. Like, this is something, in my opinion, where he should have to pay a fine and maybe do a free concert or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I think also that this is probably gonna make other people wanna mess with artists when they're out on the road. You know, thinking that you artists will be the same hotheads and then they can get a coin off of it or at least get their names in the headlines and maybe collect a few dollars if they say, ow, I broke my back, you know? Because the fallout of lawsuits after this, like what if one of those boys that Rocky, you know, was punching out says he broke his nose or, you know, his finger. So, you know, even if he gets off, there would be fallout lawsuits, I suspect. This is just rotten all the way around. I mean, you know, just rotten. And they're moving fast with his sentence because sentencing is next week. Next week. This man's, what? If he's found guilty.
Yeah.
He's found guilty. It seems to me that that's what they're pushing, which is disgusting. Yeah. Like, it seems like A$AP Rocky's about to go to jail. You know, that garlic festival, you know, another tragedy that happened over the weekend. You know, we were out there in Oakland, and I didn't tell my team that I was with, but I'm in the hotel room by myself, lying around in the suite with the marble and the good carpet and the soft bed and the 700 thread count sheets, watching the TV, laying like a starfish, eating gummy bears and chocolate licorice and stuff. And, you know, thinking, because that's what you do when you're going through life. You know, you think, and depending on what you're going through, you think a lot. So I'm thinking a lot. And I'm like, and I'm looking at TV, I'm like, I need another fun thing to do. And I'm watching the news at Fox out there in San Francisco, and my station, that's what we come on hot. Hey, everybody. And they had the Garlic Fest. Well, to know me is to know. I love my hot sauce, I love my garlic, and I love my A1 sauce. And I travel with all three because sometimes the food is whack and it might need a little dollop. And sometimes food is really good, but you know how to zhuzh it up. And I'm very specific about the garlic that I like. Like I like the Lowry's, the California one with the parsley inside. When you shake it, it's a little chunky. Like you have to carry your dental floss because it gets in your teeth. But I love garlic. I love garlic. Like you ever go to the olive bar and you see the roasted garlic? I can just saute it in the olive oil. I dry the olive oil off a little bit on a napkin. I don't want to clog my arteries on account of I'm 55. But I can just pop garlic, you know, the cloves in my mouth like popcorn. So I'm like, there's a garlic fest in Gilroy. It's only an hour away. I think that we need to go. Or if you don't go, then I'll just go with James or something. And so I'm looking, but I was so tired from, you know, getting ready for the comedy and stuff that I just lost my wind and said, let me just lay here and think about the garlic. And then we land, you know, from you know, last night we got into LaGuardia and I turn on the news and I see, what? There was a shooting at the Garlic Fest? People, and acknowledgement. And, you know, my thoughts are with the people of Brownsville, New York, right here. Like, I've been to that old timers picnic. I went there several years ago with both Kevins. Like, we went there. We were just shooting and spraying for nothing. That's all, you know. And by the way, Baltimore, I love you. And that is one of the stops on my comedy tour. You know, disgusting. Anyway, something more disgusting? Well, nothing is more disgusting than crime upon people, but this is gross in a different way, as far as what I'm saying. The actor Armie Hammer, do you know him? Well, he was daddy shamed for letting his 2.5-year-old son suck his toes. Oh, yes, honey, yes. Yo, Armie, look, I can't breathe. So Armie captioned the video. This happened for a solid 7 minutes. 7 minutes of toe sucking. So people are slamming him and say it's gross and inappropriate. In our morning meeting before the show, my bureau and I, you know, we get together in my office and talk about stuff. And half the room said, this is fine. They saw nothing weird about it. I was like, well, who are you? Get out. Get out. His mom was not home at the time, and you know, men do dumb things. So when she got home and found out that he posted it, she's like, what the hell? You know, even if you think that there's certain things that are cute for just family time. You save those for your funniest home videos for the family. You show the boy when he's 21 years old, this is what you used to do, or whatever. But like, I don't care how pretty your feet are, and you know my feet are a crime scene. But it immediately made me think about Jerry O'Connell, which was a pivotal moment in our relationship. When he got on he's biting and carrying on. His wife, Rebecca, the lovely Rebecca, is co-signing on it. And you know, the thing is that, because you know I wear the nude color fishnets, so he couldn't get all in there. And that was the only thing. Because really, if you've ever had somebody suck your toes, that's a really sensitive spot, if you know what I'm saying. And I think you do. But there's certain things that you just don't address, like clap if you know what I'm talking about. In the name of Adina Howard, you freaks. Like when I go get a manicure, and I don't do it a lot, my nails are the same crime scene as my finger. I'm just too busy living my life. You don't look down there, look up here. Do you like this blouse? Look at this, don't look at my nails. I don't have time, I'm busy. But when I do get them done, maybe once every month and a half professionally, I do them myself at home. I like to watch the news or a Lifetime movie or something like that and get them done. But when I go professionally, after she cuts cuticles, don't judge. Yes, I like my cuticles cut, not to the blood. I like them cut. And then she goes in and pushes them back. That to me, I'm like, keep going. They're so sensitive. It's very, my cuticles are so sensitive. And when she does that, it's like, in the name of Marvin Gaye song. I don't get the same feeling when I do it myself. I like when somebody else does them, you know what I mean? But, So you heard about this R. Kelly thing recently, right? Well, these two girlfriends that he has, they want their own Hollywood career. Now, we talked about this story last week, and the girls, one of them, I forget which one, talked about how, you know, I'm in love with Robert Kelly. And she calls him Robert Kelly. That's the love of my life, and, you know, so on and so forth. Some of the Bureau members feel as though these girls are so brainwashed that they really have no idea what they're dealing with. Well, Azriel Clary is 21 and Jocelyn Savage is 24. I don't know the difference between the both of them, but you know, two young girls, they're looking for a talent management company to represent them and put them in a positive light. And they're interested also, by the way, in case you're watching in your talent management, they like to model, they want to act, and they want to start their own business. Now, who's going to hire them? Nobody wants to be involved with that. I wouldn't even take the call. Like, no. I mean, you know, Mona Scott deals with a lot of people. I don't even think she'd stoop that low. This is low stooping. You know, when Robert goes to jail, and I believe he will go to jail, probably for the rest of his life, and the word on the curb is that he's got no money. And so what are these girls going to do? It's not like he can leave them, you know, several bags of money to take care of themselves and visit him in prison and then eventually get, you know, what do they call them, the conjugal visit thing or something like that. Like, this is not a show that I would even open the phone for, much less watch on TV, unless they turn evidence. And they turn against him and tell exactly what they saw. This would be better than Gail and R. You know what I'm saying? Because what Gail did was the same thing I was telling you back in 1995 about Robert, but nobody wanted to hear me. But, you know, if they did a reality show based on collecting their lives, and they're still young enough, I mean, to make lives of their own and everything like that, but wouldn't you want to know, like, the details? What went down? Like, his wife used to have to, Andrea Kelly, she's older than them. Andrea used to have to ask him to use the bathroom, you know, and you know, he kept the bathrooms locked. These girls were told what to eat and what time to eat. I mean, like, have you read and heard the details of what Robert is alleged to have done to women? It's disgusting. But girls, nobody wants to see you still talking about, I'm in love with Robert and I want to be a model. Nobody cares. Those girls are rather small to have such large breasts, by the way, just a side detraction. Do you think that they're now, no, they're small to have such large pendulous breasts, you know? I wonder if he bought them for, like, I wonder what, you know, I wonder. And this one over here is carrying her Birkin bag. Girl, you need to sell that and get your life. I never ended up seeing Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio's movie because we were busy. Yeah. I had a headache, just, you know, the delicious food, like the bay has, you know, the crabs. My mercury level is probably at an all-time high. Like, I can't eat any more seafood until I get to Baltimore, and that's a couple of weeks from now. So I'm off of it. the cholesterol of it all. Plus I got the thyroid that gets agitated by the mercury. I'm calling room service like every 5 minutes. There's bones on the floor and there's all kinds of stuff going on. I posted a video, by the way, of me eating some soul food. I think it's on my Instagram story. I just want you to know that I'm not using a fork while I'm throwing down in the bed. This is what a pig I am. I'll tell you. And just go look at it. Just re-look at it. The chicken wings that I ordered were so good. And the only thing that they forgot to bring me in the takeout, because I didn't get it at the hotel, because hotels normally don't throw down like that. I wanted like food from the hook. Like I wanted to get down, right? So they found a place, they went out to get it. I took my shower, I took off my wig to prepare. You can see it on my Instagram story. I think it's on the story. Anyway, it's someplace over there. I posted it this weekend. The food, look, styrofoam just laying everywhere. The collard greens, there were yams. I don't even like yams, but I like these. And the wings and the macaroni and cheese. I had the hot sauce, the Lowry's. I put a little A1 sauce just to make the mix. It's going on stuff besides steak. And there was no fork, and I didn't feel like calling room service to get the fork because the knocking agitates me. You know, I keep do not disturb the whole time. I used, you know when you have a chicken wing, and look. Hold on. You know when you have a chicken wing, you have the small drumstick part, but then you have that part that has the 2 bones in it? Hold on. Because they were fried hard and dipped in all kinds of sauce. They were delicious. I used the 2-piece part as a fork. I was digging. So good. Do you love your food? Do you like this show? Well, we got more great show for you, everybody. Coming up on the Inside Scoop, our friend Michael Yo is back to talk about the latest drama regarding Nicole Murphy kissing the married man. So, grab a wing and do your thing.